We begin tonight in the city where a 19-year-old man is under arrest after a report of a bomb threat at the Worcester Public Library. Police responded to the library around 2 this afternoon. When they arrived, people were exiting the library, and a library employee explained to the officers that a young man with a backpack had made a bomb threat. The suspect was later identified as 19-year-old Roberto Lopez of Worcester. Lopez had told a female inside the library that he had a bomb inside his backpack. It was later determined by police that there were just stereo parts and cell phones inside the bag. Lopez is charged with possession of a hoax device, threats causing evacuation or disruption, and making bomb threats. Well, with the push for equal pay in Massachusetts, advocates say the wage gap is improving here, but women are still not making as much as their male counterparts. Our Brittany Schaefer got some perspective from professionals in the Worcester community, and she has our story.
According to Close the Gap Massachusetts, women in the Bay State earn 82% of what men make.
Over a lifetime of work, that's a lot of money.
April 12th marks National Equal Pay Day for women.
It's not just equal pay for equal work. It really means that whatever a job is, whatever the gender or race, it should pay the same wage.
It's something that's been true for most economies at most times, that women have earned less than men.
According to the National Committee of Pay Equity, Equal Pay Day is on a Tuesday because it takes women 2 extra days in the work week to make the same amount as a man.
I don't think a father wants his daughter to make any less than his son.
I'm very lucky because I'm in the brains business, the innovation business, and it doesn't matter whether it's a male or female. We have wonderful female scientists, wonderful male scientists.
Wayne Gray is an economics professor at Clark University. He says the wage gap has gotten remarkably better in the past 50 years.
Back in 1965, women were earning about 60 cents on the dollar.
And while the wage gap has improved and Massachusetts is doing better than most states, advocates say there is still work to be done.
Massachusetts, always a leader. We should be a leader in this as well.
Brittany Schaefer, Worcester News Tonight.
A scary scene for drivers along 290 today after a car caught fire in Worcester. The driver of this car escaped without injury. Smoke started billowing out of his car on the off-ramp to exit 16. Firefighters quickly responded to the scene and were able to extinguish the flames before it spread to the whole car. No one was hurt. Traffic was backed up for a short time while a tow truck hauled the car away. No word yet on what sparked the flames. Meanwhile, a 16-year-old from Worcester is facing charges for driving a dirt bike recklessly on city streets. On Sunday, officers spotted the teen traveling on Illinois Street at a high rate of speed while also doing wheelies in traffic, which forced some cars to pull off to the side of the road. Officers arrested the teen a short time later. When he stopped the dirt bike, they learned that the bike was reported stolen out of Dudley earlier this month. A Gardner man is being held on $15,000 bond for allegedly being under the influence of heroin while there was an infant in his car. On Saturday, officers responded to a local department store parking lot and found Christopher Lavessiere slumped over a steering wheel. There was also a baby in the vehicle crying. He was arraigned Monday on numerous charges, including child endangerment and operating under the influence. Well, if you are a foodie, this is the week to be in the Sturbridge area. It's Restaurant Week for the Sturbridge Townships. 8 restaurants are taking part this year. The locations offer 3-course menus for $15 for lunch and $25 for dinner. The Public House in Sturbridge is one of the 8 locations for Restaurant Week. Management at the Public House says it's an important week for not only the restaurants, but also for the whole area.
It's important to have it because it's kind of a pillar of the community. It allows all the restaurants in the community to come together and allows the citizens of the community to also sample a variety of restaurants within their community that they normally wouldn't visit.
Some restaurants in the area are also offering locally grown menu options as well. Well, Worcester has long prided itself as a dining destination as well, and the city's restaurant scene is growing again. Our Andy Madison explores the boom in business and some of the new spots hoping to satisfy the city's appetite.
On Shrewsbury Street, the British Beer Company is open for business.
We're just so excited to be here and happy that the process went as well as it did and that we're a part of Worcester community now.
At Dead Horse Hill, they're almost there.
We're weeks away from opening. We've come a long way since the three of us first set out to do this.
Two of several restaurants offering new places to eat in the city. And they don't seem to mind having more cooks in the kitchen.
Competition is a good thing. The more people that are here, the more people that are going to come to the area, the more people are going to try our neighbors' food, our food, and let them decide, where the best place is to go.
Winter's over, people want to get out, they want to go out to eat, so I think it'll be busy. And for me, the more restaurants there are, the better.
From Shrewsbury Street to the Canal District, Worcester is getting more restaurants just in time for summer, bringing more businesses and jobs to the area.
It's the right fit for us.
Andy Madison, Worcester News Tonight.
Boston's historic Anthony's Pier 4 restaurant is coming down. Demolition work started this morning and will continue over the next few weeks to make way for new development. Caitlin Flint has more.
Brick by brick, section by section, Anthony's Pier 4, an iconic restaurant in Boston's Seaport, is coming down.
When they take away things like that, a lot of nostalgia and history goes with it. So got a lot of memories.
Open from 1963 to 2013, Anthony's became one of the most well-known restaurants not just in Boston but in the country, and in the mid-1980s, the highest-grossing restaurant in America as well. In its place will soon be a mix of office space, condos, and retail, as well as a park.
And I remember when it was a very busy restaurant, when Anthony was there, he was shaking people's hands. You'd walk in, you'd see all the photographs of the famous people who had visited the restaurant. It was a very, very popular spot.
Those pictures, once covering walls inside, show everyone from popes to politicians, celebrities to former presidents, all dining at the place you went to see and be seen.
And I always admired the pictures that he had on the wall from the history. A lot of history there.
Relatives of owner, the late Anthony Athanas, say he saw something in the Seaport years ago, saying this construction is now part of his vision coming to fruition, a change that to many is bittersweet.
I think we're going to have to wait and see what happens when it's finally all built out. And then we'll look at whatever was in place of Anthony's Pier 4, and those of us who are old enough to remember it can say, I remember it when.